Welcome to the book reading program of 3ABN Australia Radio. Does your faith need a boost? Do you think that miracles only happened in Bible times? Think again. Compiled by Remnant Publications, the book Get Ready for a Miracle recounts true stories that prove that when we step out in faith, God displays His power in undeniable ways. Here is our reader, Sandra Ashton.
This story is entitled, To God Be the Glory. Philippians chapter 4 verse 19 says, My God shall supply all your need according to His riches in glory by Christ Jesus. You know, the Lord has cattle on 1,000 hills, but sometimes it's difficult to wait while He is deciding when to sell one to fill your needs. But it's during that time of waiting that our faith is built, one moment at a time, one prayer at a time. We learned this in a very intimate way as we were building the girls' dorm on the campus of Heritage Academy. We had not raised enough money to pay for the entire project, but felt convicted to begin with what we had. Construction materials were not getting any cheaper, so by faith, we got started. It came time to order the heating and air conditioning units both for the individual rooms and for the common area. It was a big ticket item, and we didn't have the money for them. We talked with the supplier, and the entire order was going to cost more, several thousand more, if we waited. He told us to do anything we could to avoid the price increase. We gathered all the staff together for a season of prayer, and by the end of the session, it was unanimous to step out and order the equipment even without the funds. It was truly scary, and yet we were at peace with the decision. The order was filled several days later, and the very day the units were delivered, a check for the exact amount of the invoice came in the mail. Faith or presumption, you might ask? Where there is no counsel, the people fall, but in the multitude of counselors, there is safety. We claimed this promise in Proverbs chapter 11 verse 14, and in that safety, we stepped out in faith corporately and praised God when our prayers were answered. A reflection associated with this story comes from the Acts of the Apostles, page 357. In the upbuilding of His work, the Lord does not always make everything plain before His servants. He sometimes tries the confidence of His people by bringing about circumstances which compel them to move forward in faith. Often He brings them into straight and trying places and bids them advance when their feet seem to be touching the waters of Jordan. It is at such times when the prayers of His servants ascend to Him in earnest faith that God opens the way before them and brings them out into a large place. To God Be the Glory was written by Debbie Baker, President of Heritage Academy in Monterey, Tennessee. You can visit heritagetn.org for more information.
You've been listening to the book reading program by 3ABN Australia Radio, featuring Get Ready for a Miracle. For more information about this book, visit remnantpublications.com.